Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another edition of Eric's Corner with the word of the not so wise. Something I'm going to address for what my word is worth on the matter. There seems to be a whole lot of conflict in the dating pool these days. Um, there seems to be like a really big conflict between who works, who stays home with the kids, etc. I mean, gender roles are a thing, and traditionally, the wife stays home with the kids and the guy goes out and makes a fat paycheck, hopefully. But that dynamic has really shifted because the whole feminist movement that your awesome government supported, like, well, yeah, let's get the other half of the people out of the house and making money and paying taxes. I mean, I don't really know how two working parents do it because the taking care of the house stuff is I mean, I was a single guy for a long time, and obviously, I did my own chores and so forth, but it was just for me. I wasn't doing kids laundry and feeding kids 14 times a day. Jesus Christ, these things are bottomless pits. But there was a God, I hate calling somebody an influencer. I don't know who the hell this chick was, but and she was doing that stupid walk and talk video that I absolutely despise. Like, oh, you're so important and your time's so valuable that you have to do a walk and talk video between whatever it is you're doing. But she made a good point. She said, girls, go out and make your own money. What are you going to do? Just live piss broke until some guy that makes money is going to come and take care of you? Absolutely. Makes complete sense. And you go get your degree or whatever and you go be a nurse. Well, now you're mingling with people that, doctors and the people in finance or whatever that make really good money. And then you can, marry up from what you're making. And, back when I was dating and so forth, it was, too many girls just saw me as a paycheck and a lifeline to pull them out of poverty. And, you got to work. You got to have a job. Say a girl is an accountant or something. Like, okay, she's bringing something to the table. She's good with computers. She can do desk work. She can help me run the other half of my business, like Olivia does. Or say she's a chef. Okay, she can cook. Awesome. I mean, I understand the financial benefit of having two working parents, but you can't just expect to just be piss broke and think that you're going to win the lottery and have a dude oh, hey, you make minimum wage. Yeah, great. That's what I'm looking for in a girl is, hey, come live with me. I make $1 million a year. Let's let me take care of you because I need a girl that understands the value of a dollar, how much work it takes to make what I do. I have been beyond miserable doing work, freezing cold, soaking wet, 40-mile-an-hour winds, -5 degree temperatures to go out and make a paycheck, making 25, 30, 40 bucks an hour or whatever I was doing at the time. A drilling rig, hauled pots in the Bering Sea, commercial fished in Bristol Bay. Just doing construction can be miserable shit. It's pissing rain right now and I've had to be out working in it. Okay, cool, but the significant other needs to understand what it entails to make these paychecks. And it's not just about having a job. Again, it's building a job skill. Are you reliable? Can you hold a job? I mean, I've known girls can't seem to hold a job. There's always something like, oh, didn't like their boss, or, oh, well, the work was bullshit. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, what do you think I do? I mean, I don't always like my boss and the work is sometimes totally bullshit. So, when I met Olivia, she did photography and was running her own little side hustle kind of, and taking care of herself and her kids. And that was very attractive to me. And she put in effort when, I lived in Lemoore. She lived down in a town called Wasco, and she would actually put in the effort to drive up and see me and didn't complain about it. She would have her dad watch her kids and, actually plan for things. Okay, cool. Like, wow, okay, this girl is actually genuinely interested in me. And, I would drive down to see her and stuff, but she'd I'd be like, oh, hey, you want to watch a movie? Sure, sounds good. And she'd come up and see me. Like, you got to put in some effort, especially online dating. It was such a mess. It was just, I, it just felt like girls just had too many options and were just going for the simpler, easiest, instant gratification dude. Like, oh, I met you once. Okay, let's it. And it's like, oh, okay, now you're not talking to me at all. I just get ghosted. Okay, cool. That's fine. You're not into my amazing personality. Maybe I said something wrong. Okay, that's fine. But go make your own money. Again, what are you just going to be piss broke until some guy hopefully comes to take care of you? If you get a job, then you're mingling with, a significant other, even as a guy. Maybe you're mingling with a girl that makes more money than you. And hell, I mean, I'd be a stay-at-home dad if Olivia could make $200,000 a year, or at least what I make. Hell, I'd stay at home with the kids, but that's just not what she wants to do. She wants to be at home with the kids. Okay, that's totally fine. And I'm very guilty as charged of being like, well, I'm the one that's got to pay for the shit. You need to be a little more cognizant of where this money is going. And I was being kind of a dick, and that was on me, and I am kind of sorry for. Well, no, I'm sorry for that. It wasn't a good card to play in a conversation, discussion, argument, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, she's not just totally solely dependent on me. She can break off and do her own thing. I've got buddies that are married and they're both working, and my one buddy, I mean, he hires maids and has a nanny and stuff, but his wife is a dental hygienist making very good money, and he's managing a pretty good sized corporation here out on the spit and doing very well, which is fantastic. Got another buddy he's worked every day for the last 4 months, and his wife works at the hospital. I don't know how the hell they do it, how they negotiate who, takes care of household stuff. I mean, if you make enough money, you can hire help. Yeah, that's cool. I paid the babysitter an extra $20 an hour to power clean the house before Olivia came home from her vacation in Florida, which was great because I feel like she needed a break, but I feel like the flight kind of ruined it for her because flying sucks. They pack you into these little bullshit ass sardine cans. So I guess my message to girls, you want to be people have said like guys are starting to look down on girls who just want to be a stay-at-home mom. I've never really felt I've looked down on it. I'm just saying you need to show you can be reliable and consistent and make your own money. So I'm not just dragging along dead weight. That is what's irritating the dudes. And the at whatever channel with Brian and oh Jesus Christ, just one batch of dizzy bimbos after another. Oh, a guy should make $7 million a year. Do you have any concept of how much money $300,000 is, let's just say, in a place where, you have low expenses? Like, I'm doing fairly well for myself, but my expenses are really low. I mean, my mortgage is only $1,000 a month. I'm working on building the storage facility and all this, but I need somebody who believes in my goals and dreams. And Olivia does. She is helpful, cautiously optimistic and a little skeptical of things because it could fail, but whatever, at least I tried. But she's there doing the paperwork and being helpful, and I do try to not, if she says we need some paperwork, I do try to get it to her, get it on my desk and so forth. I'm not good at it at all. Running 2 businesses right now, including the one that I haven't really built yet, but I need receipts. So I bought a folder, put my receipts in. So there shouldn't really be this much of a civil war, but I mean, you're never going to win a battle of the sexes. There's too much fraternizing with the enemy. I mean, you're just simply not going to happen. If a girl wants to just be a stay-at-home mom, that's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love having, my partner here at the house, kicking ass, keeping things tidied up. I mean, I do almost no chores. She asked me to put my laundry away, which oftentimes doesn't happen. But you can, and she does her photography stuff on the side too, brings in a little extra cash. That's fantastic. He actually makes a shitload of money doing it. She made like $600 in one weekend, and from start to finish, including the drive, I probably took her 10 hours, but that's 65 bucks an hour. I don't make anywhere near that. So I would say steer away from the online dating, because I feel like girls have too many options, are trying to talk to too many dudes. Dudes are just trying to hook up. Yeah, guilty. It's not a good way to like get to know somebody. Normally anybody I've gone just cuckoo for freaking Cocoa Puffs for, it's because I was around them a lot. They were a mutual friend, and we just happened to be in the same place, and I kind of warmed up to them and so on and so forth. It was way out of left field for, Olivia to actually come and see me. And then I was just like, oh, wow, this is actually a really cool chick. Like, there's something here. And, 6 years later, we're working out really well. I feel like, I really have good, strong feelings for her. I don't always show it like she would like, but, I do appreciate what she's doing and all that good stuff. And she is a good, she does have my back on a lot of stuff. She's not a fan of a lot of things I do, like, Eric's Corner. She doesn't agree with a lot of my opinions, but we have a very big cultural disconnect, having her growing up in West LA versus me up here in Alaska. And, she doesn't really particularly care for it up here, which trying like hell to get into a nice house. And so she's a lot more comfortable, and, her expectations are not unreachable. It's the unreachable part is just what things cost. I mean, if we could get into a $200,000 or $250,000 house, okay, great. If it works for us, nice location, great. Problem is 250 grand doesn't get you anything. It's $350,000 to $450,000, and it's extremely frustrating to try and hit that mark. So trying like hell to make some extra money and some passive income and so on and so forth, and get money into retirement investments. And that's going to be my next video. I'm going to talk about investments as best I can. But anyway, I've been talking long enough. So just there should not be this much turmoil in the dating pool. Just don't look at a significant other like they're going to pull you out of poverty. And it's okay for you guys to have expectations and have standards. And girls, you can't just bring your sparkling personality to the table. I mean, you gotta contribute something. And I see a TikTok video, this girl, oh, I'm not doing anything for my husband. He just needs to go make a paycheck, and I'm just a wet hole to shove it in, and that's fine. But like, I'm not making him dinner. I'm not doing anything. And then their next video is, oh, well, he's kicking me out. It's like, well, I mean, we need help, man. We need to help each other. There's a good yin and yang here. And I'm really hoping to get a lady I know here on the show, and we're going to talk about it. Very good mentor, very sharp. I mean, I wish I'd have thought to call her multiple times through my travels, but you know how it goes. You kind of lose touch and forget about people. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope this is helpful. I hope I bridged the gap. I hope I gave some words to the not so wise. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much.